Welcome to episode 72 of the Preferred Experience podcast, here with Andrew today. And today we're going to give you 4 reasons to join CFP for the upcoming Stadium Spartan Race, the longest title we ever had. And we're doing it live on Facebook Live this morning those that are joining us live. So we just finished our workout from this morning, and it was a good preparation workout for the upcoming Spartan Race, actually, because
in a way, yeah, for sure,
because we have similar things that we do in the Stadium Spartan Race that we did today. So a little bit. So the Stadium Spartan Race, this is the first race we've had in Arizona in over 16 months.
It's been over a year. Yep. Because Stadium Race last year was canceled because of COVID. But yeah, the one before that was Fort McDowell, February of 2020. So
right before the big shutdown.
Yeah. So Spartan Race is back, and we're getting back to the regular, routine of things. And there's an upcoming race here at the end of the month. So we're excited, and we hope you're excited to try something new or try something that's going to challenge you for first time in a little while. So.
Yep. Andrew's our Spartan SGX training. He's a certified Spartan SGX coach, and runs our Spartan classes that we have here at CrossFit Preferred. We have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We could also count Thursday mornings, and Saturday.
Yep.
So awesome class. If you haven't done it, we have some people that like to double up their workouts.
Sure. Yeah.
And do doubles. And those guys that are doing the doubles sure better join us for the upcoming Spartan Race, because we want to see what you can do.
For sure.
Yep. So the coolest thing about this race to me, it's one of my we've done a ton of Spartan races, including the ultra distance ones.
Yep.
But this is one of my favorite ones that's coming up, because everyone's close to each other as they're doing it. It's in the Cardinals Stadium. It's air conditioned.
Yep. Middle of summer, you don't have to worry about the weather. So it'll be nice to, AC will be on, and weather won't be a factor in this one.
Yep. It's super cool. So the first reason we want to give you, before we start with the reasons why we feel so strongly about this race and why it's an awesome race for those that haven't done Spartan before. The race, just to give you a little background, it's a 5K. Jump in on anything you want to add. 5K. Sure. They use the stairs at the stadium.
So it'll be about 20-ish different obstacles throughout the race. With it being in the Cardinals Stadium, they definitely take advantage of how big it is. So you'll be running up and down stairs, but you'll also have a myriad of different obstacles that you do throughout the Spartan Race. So you'll have like your staple obstacles that you typically see in a Spartan race, such doing things like they have the spear throw as one of the obstacles. They'll have the multi-rig, where you're hanging from the rings or the bars. They'll have climbing through cargo nets, climbing over walls, those sorts of things. But there's also going to be obstacles there that are specific to the stadium atmosphere of a Spartan race, and it's a great way to, and it's also a great way for our CrossFit community to, especially for those that haven't done it before, that have that CrossFit background. Some of these obstacles will have a very similar feel to what you see in some of our workouts. So, for example, some of the obstacles that you may see are doing things like box jumps. We had those in our workout today.
Those today.
Yeah, doing things such as hand release push-ups. When they had the race 2 years ago, they had a really thick, heavy rope that you had to do some jump rope repetitions with. 2 years ago, we'll see how it pans out this year, but 2 years ago, one of the sponsors for the stadium race was Assault Fitness. So they had the assault bikes there doing that for calories. So, it'll have a very similar feel to what some of you guys are already used to
in CrossFit.
In CrossFit. So it's a great, introductory race for those that are, trying it out for the first time, but also for those that want to, get outside the gym and really give themselves a good challenge. So,
yep. I think we even had, I forget what they called that one piece of equipment we used, but it was kind of like a thruster. You remember what that one was called?
So they have it's like this, and it kind of, looking at it, it looks like a foam roller a little bit, but it's got like handles where you can grip onto the side. It's called a Spartan Ram.
Yep.
And so what you do, or at least what we did at the race, and I'm sure we'll do it again this time around, they have this, they call it a Spartan Ram. For the guys, I think theirs is like 44 or 55 pounds or something like that, and the girls is a little bit lighter. But you would essentially do a burpee, like have your chest hit this ram, stand up, and then pull it up overhead, and do that for repetitions as well. So for those that have done our Spartan class, we've mimicked that with some things, doing like dumbbell devil presses or brute force burpees. My Spartan class loves those. So, but that just kind of, again, mimics what we expect to see in our stadium races. So it's good way to, for our Spartan class, it's been a good way to prep and get ready for that.
So that's those are our number one reasons. Very, very fun race.
Yeah.
It's basically it's like a huge jungle gym for adults. Like, it is the coolest race. It's seriously like my favorite race that I've done. Really cool one.
Yeah.
Second reason we have is it's great to challenge yourself. It's only a few weeks away, so you don't have to stress for months. You only have to stress for a couple of weeks, and really you don't even have to stress.
Yeah, just get it out of the way, or have it be your first event now that things are getting back to normal. But it's great for anybody. Again, whether you consider yourself a competitive athlete and want to really challenge yourself and see how you do with some of the better competitive Spartan racers out there, or whether this is your first time, whether you just want to go at your own pace or do it with some friends, or just kind of do it to complete it, to say you did it. Again, it's a great introductory Spartan race for those first timers, but it's also a super fun, a super good challenge for those that really want to push the paces and see how well they do under these kind of conditions. Yep.
Do you remember what the times were, like, competitive wise last time versus people that were completing it?
So for me, I remember 2 years ago, it probably took me just under 40 minutes, probably like 39, 30 something, so something like, just under 40, but
like Murph.
Yeah. So for some people, this race may be shorter than your Murph time was. So maybe that might ease some stresses a little bit. Again, depending on your ability to run and ability to kind of handle these different obstacles along the way. But yeah, some competitors definitely went faster than me, probably even in the mid 30s, or even in the low 30s for some like the elite racers. But
that was a cool part too, was to see the elite racers, because we were on the same course and we're all kind of together.
Yeah. So they'll send the elite racers off first, and at least 2 years ago, we'll see, they'll probably do it something similar, but they kind of split everybody up in smaller sections and waves that went every few minutes or so. So the elite racers went first, and a lot of the competitive people went a half hour or more after that. But with the stadium race, with it being a relatively quick race in the Spartan world, some of those elite racers were done by the time
Yeah.
the competitive heats were starting. So, it's a good mix for for everybody, whether you're, again, really trying to push the paces, or whether you're just out there to have fun, to give it a shot, and not worry so much about your time, but just go out and have a good time.
Yep. We had a great time last time, and I think we were all done by mid-morning.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take your whole Saturday either.
No, yeah. Even those that were just going at their own pace, probably around an hour, maybe even a little bit faster for some.
Yep.
Just because, with the 20 different obstacles, about a 5K's worth of distance, I mean, even if you go at a pretty comfortable pace, you're still, I mean, it's not taking up your whole day.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So
the other thing, our third reason, is it builds community.
Absolutely.
And we've actually been able to travel to some different races. The last one we did as a group was in Southern California.
Yeah, a couple years back.
It was what was the name of that one?
So it was the SoCal race. It was in Lubbock, just outside. It was probably about like 45 minutes south of Six Flags.
Yeah.
That area out there. But so that was end of 2019. We had a big group that we just got an Airbnb and
we had a cool cabin
just head
up
out,
in the mountains.
Just head out. But it was a great way for us to just kind of bond outside of the gym and build community. And again, some people were trying to push the paces and do it for a fast time, and other people were just wanting to do it to say that they did it. And even though we wouldn't have to travel to like a hotel or anything for this one, it's still a good way for us to be together outside of the gym, to build camaraderie, to again, either cheer each other on, or to build that community outside of the gym, and try something new, or just again, challenge yourself outside of the gym.
Yep. Yeah, so that's fun. And then we have the most fun people here at the gym too. So anytime we go and do something together, it's a blast. It's one of my favorite things to do when we get to. It's fun to be with everyone here at the gym every day, but it's even more fun to get out and experience different things together.
Sure.
And builds our friendships, makes them stronger, and it's a lot of fun. And then the fourth reason we have is this race is fun. It's super fun to do. What would you say is your favorite part about it?
I think that, again, I think there's like that community building outside of the gym. There's an atmosphere that, I mean, we're all used to being in the gym together and working out hard and pushing each other, but it's just a different experience being able to do that outside of the gym, and to be able to get to be around people with just a different perspective, and you're not necessarily worried about the workout per se, but you're just out there to have a good time. And it's fun to do this kind of race, and maybe for some people it'll kind of feel like we're again getting back to normal now that restrictions are loosening up with things. But it's just a great atmosphere to do this race, and to challenge yourself in a new way. We're excited for it, and we're hopeful to have a big group out there like we did for this race a couple years back. Some people are still here from the gym may remember that race, and it's it was a good experience.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
So to break it down, these are our top 4 reasons. It's really a great race, whether you want to compete or complete it. It's a great first-timer race. It's kind of the gateway race to Spartan. And I guarantee you whoever does it is going to want to do the next step up in the Spartan race. And we'll have that coming up in February, or is it going to be in the November? Yeah, they pushed it back to November. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. So we have 2 races, and Arizona this year, and then tons in Southern California that we can go do. And so come try this one out. That's the first reason.
Yep.
Second reason, really good to challenge yourself. Put your fitness to the test from in the gym and see what you can do at this race. You'll be really amazed at how well you'll do based off of the CrossFit training that you've done here. That's what I really felt the last time I did it.
For sure.
The number 3, like we talked about the most, is community. It's so much fun with everyone. And number 4, it's just a blast. It's so much fun to do.
Yep.
So that's the race. And we'll throw in a bonus. You don't have to wear a mask because Spartan just took away the mask.
Yep, they took away their mask policy, so no need to worry about that. Just come. One thing to know, at least it hasn't. There's no updates on it recently, but the last time they had an update on it, there weren't any spectators, or there wasn't a kids race. So it would just be like the people that would come to this race would be people that would be racing it. Now that could still change now that the mask policy has been lifted and other restrictions are being eased up on, but there's been no announcement for that. So we'll keep our ear to the ground for that, and if anything changes, we can definitely let you guys know.
Yep. What time are most people trying to do it? First thing in the morning?
So I would say early morning times. Like you're gonna have your elite racers go first, and then what's called your competitive or your age group racers are going to go right after the elites. So they'll probably start in that 8:30-ish in the morning range. And then your open wave racers will start at 9 and kind of all throughout the morning and the afternoon.
Yeah.
I would say most people are probably going to try to get it like an early morning time. But if you register for the race and you join CrossFit Preferred, if you join our team in your registration process, what they'll do is for the open racers, they'll try to group everybody together so everybody can start together. And so you can hang with the group, or you can just go off and
do your thing.
Push yourself on your own, either way.
Yep.
So
cool. Well, I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
I haven't actually signed up yet, so I'm going to do that after we get off of this today.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to sign up under the CrossFit Preferred team.
There you go.
Who's leading that?
I have to go back and look. I
Okay.
I can't remember.
Somebody from the gym.
I think it's I want to say it's either Chris Carzoli or it's Andrew, like Carolyn and Andrew.
Awesome.
I can't remember.
Cool.
I'll look back.
Yep.
But yeah, just join. All you have to do is just join the team in your registration process, and then for the open wave racers, they'll just try to group everybody together so everybody in our team can start together. And the age group racers, it doesn't really matter since you start based on your age. So.
Yep. And if you weren't able to do a race a while back, don't forget that you have some codes to help you pay for this race.
Yeah, so you should.
And they expire soon.
Yeah, so you should still have that if you got a deferral code from Spartan. If anybody did and is having issues or whatnot, just come talk to me. We'll get it figured out.
Cool.
So everybody, well, want to make sure everybody that
Andrew's connected with Spartan. He knows people. So
I try. Well, we want everybody accounted for that wants to do this race.
Yep.
So
we're excited.
We'll have a good time.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being on here, Andrew.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a lot of fun.
All right. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you soon.